Which of the following is the most widely recognized credential in early childhood education? A. CDA. B. NAEYC. C. NAFCC. D. NHSA. Answer A. CDA. The most widely recognized credential in early childhood education is the Child Development Associate Credential, which is administered by the Council for Professional Recognition. The credential represents a core set of competency standards, which must be met for certification. The NAEYC is the National Association for the Education of Young Children. NHSA is the National Head Start Association. NAFCC is the National Association for Family Child Care. Which of the following is an effective way for you to communicate with the parents of your students? 1. Call the parents every day. 2. Send home a newsletter. 3. Have a mailbox for each child in your classroom. 4. Invite them in and share news at pickup time 1 day a week. A. 1 only. B. 2 only. C. 2 and 4. D. 2, 3 and 4. Answer D. 2, 3 and 4. Calling the parents every day would be a huge time commitment and would most likely prove to be frustrating for both sides. However, there are easy ways to build a relationship with your families and communicate with them effectively. Sending home a weekly or monthly newsletter, have mailboxes for each child in your room, and inviting parents in for a quick chat 1 day a week are all ways you can share information with them easily and open the lines of communication. You will find by sharing classroom news, birthdays, field trips, special visitors, or asking for volunteers for special activities, you will interact more easily and efficiently with your students' families, and they will be more likely to be involved in positive ways. When planning a curriculum for 3-year-olds, it's important to remember: A. The children must all be sitting at the table in order to learn. B. Children learn in different ways, and at their own pace. Plan a variety of activities. C. If a child does not want to participate, he is not ready for school and should wait another year. D. Children need to do activities quietly so as not to disturb each other. Answer B. Children learn in different ways, and at their own pace. Plan a variety of activities. Children and adults learn at their own pace and in a variety of ways. Giving children a variety of activities with lots of opportunity for hands-on, active and interactive learning will allow every child a way to process the information in a manner in which they are most comfortable. A well-liked teacher in your center is fired. Some of the students in your class had this teacher last year, and the parents are asking you what happened. You should A. Remind them that gossiping is unacceptable. B. Tell them why the teacher was fired. You can't believe it either. C. Tell them you will let the center director know of their concerns, and she will be in contact with them. D. Tell them you will call them later. You don't want to talk about it in front of the students. Answer C. Tell them you will let the center director know of their concerns, and she will be in contact with them. Confidentiality does not apply only to students, but to all staff and the center itself. While it may seem harmless to share details of situations that arise, it's important to remember you must remain professional at all time and allow your center director to appropriately share information as needed. You plan a cooking activity called Ants on a Log. The children will make cover celery with cream cheese and add raisin ants. You want to be sure you incorporate small motor opportunities into this activity. What can you do? A. Recreate the recipe on 3x5 cards so all the children can follow the steps. B. Give the children a chance to count out and add the ants to the logs. C. Have the children pretend to be ants on a log on the balance beam. D. Have the children set the table for snack. Answer B. Give the children a chance to count out and add the ants to the logs. When you are preparing lessons for the children, you can add small motor opportunities by having kids stir, sort, count out, and put things together. When adding ants to the logs, they can sort, count out and pick up small pieces using their pincer grip. Using a warm voice, smiling often and being kind and patient with the children will A. Keep the children from misbehaving. B. Create a nurturing relationship with the children. C. Show your center director you are a good employee. D. Make the parents like you. Answer B. Create a nurturing relationship with the children. Your most important role each day is to create a loving, warm environment for your students. Be a caregiver that gives appropriate hugs, smiles at them often, cares about their successes, support them when they are sad, and do whatever you can to assure they feel safe and secure while in your care. Elisa comes to preschool every day and shares details from TV programs which you think are inappropriate for the other students to hear. You ask her what time she goes to bed, and she says that she usually just falls asleep on the couch while watching TV. You have noticed that she is sleepy while the other students are still active. You want to discuss these issues with her parents at the next conference. Which of the following would be best practice? A. Create a list of approved videos which the parents might invest in for the future. Give this list to all of the parents at the conference time. B. Tell the parents that the shows they are letting Elisa watch are inappropriate for children her age and that she must stop talking about them at school. Tell them that too much screen time is detrimental to development. C. Give the parents some books and activities which they can do with Elisa at home instead of watching TV. Tell them to limit her viewing and to put her to bed by 8 o'clock every night. D. Ask the parents about Elisa's sleep practices and TV habits. Discuss age-appropriate sleep needs and TV viewing with them. Answer D. Ask the parents about Elisa's sleep practices and TV habits. Discuss age-appropriate sleep needs and TV viewing with them. It is never a good idea to confront parents. This might put them in a defensive mode of listening. It is best to ask the parents about Elisa's habits and offer some research-based information which will help them make more appropriate choices for Elisa. Some parents have difficulty with consistency and discernment. Sending home lists may not be enough and would not help with the sleep issue. Caregivers should make suggestions which will help children succeed in school. Your first aid kit should be A. In the director's office. B. Out of reach from children but easily accessible to adults. C. On your desk. D. In the bathroom. Answer B. Out of reach from children but easily accessible to adults. Every preschool center should have at least one, if not more, first aid kits. Those kits should be fully stocked and kept out of reach of the students, however, should be in locations that are easily accessible for the teachers and other staff. Everyone should be aware where each of the kits is located. Zoe, a 4-year-old girl in your class, has recently begun acting aggressive toward other children. Biting, kicking and hitting have become daily occurrences. This is not like her and you are concerned. What should you do? A. Have her sit out for 20 minutes each time she acts out. She will get the idea it's not okay to hurt her friends. B. Have the child she bites bite her back. This will help her to see biting hurts and we should not bite. C. Keep her in for recess. Once she realizes she can't go outside, she will behave. She loves recess. D. Contact Zoe's parents to see if there has been a recent change in Zoe's life. A home situation could be causing this recent change in her behavior. Answer D. Contact Zoe's parents to see if there has been a recent change in Zoe's life. A home situation could be causing this recent change in her behavior. If you see a distinct change in a child's behavior, there is often a reason for this change. Children cannot always easily express their feelings and can hit, bite, kick, cry, or even sleep more often when they are scared, frustrated, hurt, or anxious. When you see these changes in behavior, follow your school's rules on correcting the behavior, keep anecdotal records, and work with the child's family to address any issues the child may be having. Your job is not to fix the problem at home, but more to support the child while she is under your care. In a full-day program schedule, there should be at least how many minutes of center free choice time per day? 45 minutes in morning and afternoon. B. 75 minutes daily. C. 60 minutes in morning and afternoon. D. 2 hours daily. Answer: C. 60 minutes in morning and afternoon. You must include 60 minutes of center free choice time in both the morning and afternoon portions of your schedule. In a half-day program, you should allow for 75 minutes per day. Maria tells you her family will be celebrating Cinco de Mayo. She is very excited about this upcoming party. You could A. Tell her it sounds really fun. B. Have a Cinco de Mayo celebration in your classroom. Ask Maria's family if they want to help plan it. C. Read a book about Cinco de Mayo. D. Read a book about Mexico. Answer: B. Have a Cinco de Mayo celebration in your classroom. Ask Maria's family if they want to help plan it. When a student has a special event such as a holiday, you can foster a sense of community and cultural awareness by extending that learning to your classroom. Ask the child if she would like to bring in pictures of the event, share a special food or costume, or if she would like to share information with her classmates. At the end of the day, a woman you've never met comes to your classroom to pick up Madeline. Though you do not know her, Madeline is very happy to see her and runs up for a hug. The woman is not on the contact list, but states she is Madeline's aunt and is there because the child's mother is running late. You should Since it is clear the child knows this adult, you should allow Madeline to leave with her. B. Ask the woman to wait while you contact Madeline's mother to confirm it's okay for the child to leave with this adult. C. Tell the woman she must leave immediately. D. Call the police. Answer: B. Ask the woman to wait while you contact Madeline's mother to confirm it's okay for the child to leave with this adult. Parents should be required to provide the names and phone numbers of any adult authorized to pick up their child. In addition to this, as an added safety precaution, the parents should send in a note advising school staff when the normal dismissal routine will not be followed. If an unauthorized adult arrives to pick up a child or an authorized adult shows up but was not expected, you must confirm with the parent that they grant permission, even if the child clearly knows that adult. U Center receives a large donation of toys from a local church. You and your coworker are asked to go through the toys and divide them between each of the 3 preschool classrooms. The first thing you and your coworker should do is A. Count the toys so you can divide them evenly. B. Ask each teacher what they need for their room and do your best to divide the toys according to their requests. C. Go through them carefully and remove any that have small pieces that could be swallowed. D. Have the children make a thank you card. Answer: C. Go through them carefully and remove any that have small pieces that could be swallowed. It is easy to get excited when you receive gifts for the center, however, it is important to remember you are responsible for the safety of the children in your care. Organizations can mean well, but are not always as informed as you are on what is age-appropriate or safe for small children. Toys that have small pieces can be a choking hazard and should not be in your preschool classroom. There is an outbreak of head lice in your classroom and you send home a notice to the parents to let them know what to look for and how to avoid contamination. An angry mom approaches you the next day because she feels a certain child is responsible for this outbreak. There are a few cases, and you are not sure who had it first. What should you tell her? A. Tell her who has it currently so she can tell her child to stay away from them. B. Let her know you appreciate her concerns, however, it would be unfair to the children to share that information with anyone but their parents. Assure her you are following all protocols in your classroom to avoid further outbreaks and are monitoring the situation closely. C. Let her know her question is rude and that you would not share that information with her or anyone. D. Tell the other child's mother what this mother is saying. She should know this woman is starting rumors about her family. Answer. B. Let her know you appreciate her concerns, however, it would be unfair to the children to share that information with anyone but their parents. Assure her you are following all protocols in your classroom to avoid further outbreaks and are monitoring the situation closely. It is important to respect the privacy of the children and their families, no matter what the issue. While your classroom parents have a right to be concerned when there are outbreaks of lice or other situations, building a relationship with them will help them to trust that you will provide them with the information they need and, at the same time, respect the privacy of all your families. Where is the best place to place books in your room when you are planning your classroom? A. On bookshelves. B. In each learning center. C. In the block area. D. All the above. Answer. D. All the above. Young children should be exposed to books as often as possible. They should be read to often and books should be in each area of their classrooms. Have a reading center, books in each of your learning centers, even the block center, and be sure to read to them as often as you can. The children are really enjoying the science experiment you are doing with them, but, according to your schedule, it's time to clean up and read a book. Which of the following is your best action? A. Keep to the schedule, it's time to clean up and read a book. B. Be flexible and allow them to further explore with you. C. Tell the children you'll do this again next week. D. Write yourself a note in your planner to present this again next month. Answer. B. Be flexible and allow them to further explore with you. While all the responses could be correct, this choice allows you to be flexible and be immediately responsive to their curiosity. This is the response that is in their best interest for this scenario. Having the activity again later is a great idea, too, and you should reintroduce activities and materials they especially like, but always be responsive, when you can reasonably do so, to their immediate interests. In this case, you could forego reading a book to allow them to further explore. You can read the book later or not at all. You want to encourage children to play together. What can you do to facilitate this? A. During center time, assign children to groups to play together. Give each group a toy. The children will then play together with that toy. B. During centers, have a few tables with manipulatives that encourage more than one child to play at a time. C. There is nothing you can do, children will either play together or they won't. They don't need to be encouraged. D. If a child is not playing with another child, gently take him by the hand and walk him over to another child and tell him to play. Answer. B. During centers, have a few tables with manipulatives that encourage more than one child to play at a time. Some children are more social than others. It is okay for children to play by themselves or in groups, however, you can help children learn to play with others by using materials that encourage group play. Manipulatives, games and dramatic play can encourage children to socialize. Which of the below examples will help students begin to understand subject-specific vocabulary? A. Please sit in between Michael and Stephen. B. You are 5 years old. C. I have an old dog. D. Today is Monday. Answer. A. Please sit in between Michael and Stephen. The use of the phrase in between is what makes this a subject-specific statement. Add concepts to your phrases such as more than, less than, over, under, in between to help students begin to develop this skill. You teach the children a new dance. You put the music on and the children start to do the dance you have shown them, but some of them are adding their own movements to the dance. You should A. Make them sit out if they are not going to cooperate. B. Remind them to do the dance you taught them. C. Tell them you love their dance moves and encourage everyone to try to make up their own moves. D. Stop the music and tell them you will try again when everyone is ready to do it correctly. Answer: C. Tell them you love their dance moves and encourage everyone to try to make up their own moves. When you allow children to create and expand on what you've taught them, you are giving them permission to be thinkers and to create and express themselves. At pickup time, two mothers start arguing outside your classroom door. One mother feels her child is being bullied by the other woman's child while at school. The conversation is getting heated and your students can now hear it. What should you do to help in this situation? A. Call the police. You do not want to get in the middle of that. B. Walk out into the hallway and tell the two women to be quiet and then shut your door. Distract the children by playing their favorite music. C. Calmly let the two mothers know that the children are becoming concerned by their loud voices. Ask them if they'd like to stay and talk in your classroom with you after the students leave. You can have another teacher watch their two children so the two women can work through this concern. D. Dismiss their two children immediately so they can leave. You don't want them to stay there and argue. Answer: C. Calmly let the two mothers know that the children are becoming concerned by their loud voices. Ask them if they'd like to stay and talk in your classroom with you after the students leave. You can have another teacher watch their two children so the two women can work through this concern. By offering to be a part of the discussion, you can help the women figure out what is going on. After all, you are the one that would be observing the behaviors that concern them. Through guided conversation, you can help the two mothers see that it's normal for children to argue from time to time. You can share ideas how to talk to their children at home and offer to monitor the interactions at school. Hopefully this will allow you to work together, as a team, to respectfully address the situation and assist the children in resolving their conflict. A well-designed curriculum for your students would include which of the following? A. Student-directed activities. B. Daily gross motor activities. C. Music and movement activities. D. All the above. Answer: D. All the above. An appropriate curriculum is one designed to allow students the opportunity to choose activities such as can be found during center time. Set out a variety of activities designed to spark imagination and encourage play and exploration. Daily gross motor activities are essential for a child's development, as are a variety of music and movement activities. Children love to sing and dance. Capitalizing on their natural enthusiasm will increase their learning experience. The more activities are designed to involve the children, the stronger the impact of your planning will be. Your school's playground has received a great new climbing structure with swings, a slide, and a small rock wall. The kids are so excited to use it and are finding it hard to pay attention to the teacher's lesson. You should A. Have recess early. It's clear they will not calm down until you let them play on it. B. Let them know if they don't calm down, they will miss recess today. C. Take them outside a few minutes early so you can show them the safe ways to use the equipment. D. Read them a book to help them calm down. Answer: C. Take them outside a few minutes early so you can show them the safe ways to use the equipment. The students are understandably excited, but it is important to take them outside and show them the new equipment. Share with them and have them share with your ideas on how they can play safely. You have been talking about ocean life in your classroom and have a movie about dolphins they can watch. One of the moms doesn't allow her son to watch television or movies. What should you do? A. Show the movie. If she doesn't want her son to watch, she can keep him home. B. Show the movie and make the child go to another classroom. C. Speak with the mom and explain what your plan is. Let her know what activities you are planning for your theme and how this movie will enhance her son's learning. D. Show the movie and hope the student doesn't tell his mother. Answer. C. Speak with the mom and explain what your plan is. Let her know what activities you are planning for your theme and how this movie will enhance her son's learning. Whenever you have a parent that puts restrictions on their child, it's always a good idea to speak to them directly and explain your plan. This will allow the parent to make an informed decision and learn to trust you will be respectful of their concerns. In this case, the mother may still say the child cannot watch the movie and, if so, can work with you to come up with a reasonable solution. Early childhood educators can advocate for excellence in the profession in all but which of the following ways? A. Taking a leadership position in a professional organization. B. Educating parents about advances in educational theories and practice. C. Adhering to existing regulations. D. Educating the community about the laws governing early childhood education. Answer. C. Adhering to existing regulations. The key word is advocate. The early childhood professional educator can advocate for excellence by increasing their involvement in professional organizations, by taking a leadership role and by communicating standards of excellence to parents, colleagues and the community. Educators must maintain high professional standards and adhere to all laws governing child education. In which instance is the child care provider not required to report to local or state agencies? A. When physical symptoms of abuse or neglect are observed. B. When children engage in behaviors which mimic physical or sexual abuse. C. When behaviors occur which indicate emotional or sexual abuse. D. When family situations or needs change. Answer. D. When family situations or needs change. Any instance in which abuse or neglect are observed or suspected should be reported to local or state agencies according to the policies of the caregiving institution. Some reporting to state agencies is mandatory. The caregiver should recognize symptoms of abuse or neglect, physical, sexual or emotional abuse and follow state law in response. Changes in family needs or situations should be reflected in plans for individual children. For example, if a family is planning to move, appropriate support should be given to a child who will soon leave your care to help him/her make a smooth transition. Stephen is telling you a story and makes some grammatical errors. You should A. Immediately correct him. B. Accept his errors and model the correct verbiage in your response. C. Tell his mother she needs to have him tested for speech concerns. D. Ignore it. Answer. B. Accept his errors and model the correct verbiage in your response. While developing their language skills, children will make mistakes. This is perfectly normal and part of the process. You can help by modeling the correct language usage. Correcting a child can make them tentative to try new language. When it comes to the children's names, you should A. Call them by their full given name. B. Give them nicknames. C. Know and use their preferred name. D. Call the children all baby and darling, that way you never make mistakes. Answer. C. Know and use their preferred name. Children often have nicknames that are used at home and are preferred over their given name, and a caring teacher knows this name and uses it. Giving the children your own nickname for them is okay if the child approves of the name. Children at this age often prefer the name they are used to and do not enjoy being given another nickname. Competency Statement 3 for CDA certification states that the educator is committed to supporting social and emotional development and to providing positive guidance. Which three functional areas are addressed in this standard? A. Self, social, and guidance. B. Physical, cognitive, and creative. C. Safe, healthy, and environment. D. Communication, creative, and cognitive. Answer A. Self, social, and guidance. The 3 areas included under this competency standard are self, social, and guidance. Educators must support the development of children as independent and successful individuals with positive self-images. Children must be encouraged to share and cooperate with peers and make friends. The teacher provides opportunities for learning acceptable behaviors and self-regulation. You are observing a 3-year-old in your classroom. Which of the following is an acceptable way to document what you've observed? A. Jack is very sad today. B. Sally knocked over Megan's block tower. C. Nancy was being mean to Owen. D. Peter was unhappy when he had to line up for recess. Answer B. Sally knocked over Megan's block tower. When observing children, your written observations must be objective and lack any emotional interpretation. Record what happened and not how you think the child felt about it. You are leading an activity that calls on the children to dance and sing. Some of the students are reluctant to join in. What should you do? A. Tell the students anyone who does not participate cannot go outside for recess after lunch. B. Tell the students who are not participating how disappointed you are in them. C. Encourage them to join and ask them to dance with you. D. Discontinue the activity since some children are not enjoying it. Answer C. Encourage them to join and ask them to dance with you. Young children can be reluctant to join in at times, and a caring teacher will encourage students to join in without using punishment or shame. If a child chooses not to dance, even after you encourage her to do so, she is still participating by watching and learning. She may be more willing to try next time if you give her the freedom to choose this time. Lon has been having trouble using scissors to cut out shapes from papers. Her peers are able to do this. Lon has lately refused to participate when scissors are part of an activity. What should her teachers do to help Lon with this skill? A. Cut out the shapes for her during activities so that she can participate. She is not developmentally ready for cutting. B. Let her take the activity home to complete it there. It is her parents' job to help her learn to cut. C. Have another child do her cutting for her while Lon does the other parts of the activity. Lon is obviously frustrated with cutting and should not be forced to use scissors at all. D. Give Lon some extra activities at other times, which will help her develop her fine motor skills. When cutting is required, help her use the scissors before she gets frustrated and gives up. Answer D. Give Lon some extra activities at other times, which will help her develop her fine motor skills. When cutting is required, help her use the scissors before she gets frustrated and gives up. Children develop fine motor skills at different rates. Giving Lon other activities which will help her develop these skills will be less frustrating than cutting. While her skills are developing, give her the chance to use the scissors while helping. You might also offer her a different type of scissors which may make cutting easier. Encourage her to do what she can and intervene before she gets frustrated. Do not point out her lack of skill to the other students. Brianna's parents are concerned she is still wetting her pants every day. She is 3 and they do not want her wearing diapers. How can you best show them you respect their concerns and are there to support them? Agree with them she is too old to be behaving like this and find a system you both can use to punish her for wet pants. B. Tell them they are being silly and it's not that big a deal. C. Tell them to put her back in diapers, it's unfair to ask you to change wet clothes all day. D. Listen to their concerns, share what you are seeing and work together to support Brianna during this developmental experience. Answer: D. Listen to their concerns, share what you are seeing and work together to support Brianna during this developmental experience. Listen to their concerns, share what you are seeing and work together to support Brianna during this developmental experience. When parents share their concerns with you, you can best support them by listening to what they have to say in a non-judgmental manner and then work with them to find an acceptable. You have 2 field trips a year, which you are a part of choosing and planning. For your fall trip, you have planned a trip to an orchard. 2 of the mothers approach you and tell you they are not happy with this choice and want your class to go to the zoo. What should you do? A. Cancel the orchard trip and take your class to the zoo. B. Tell the mothers if they are so unhappy they can plan the next trip. C. Take the time to listen to the women and acknowledge their interest in a trip to the zoo. While this trip is already planned, you will be sure to keep the zoo in mind for your spring trip. D. You can't make everyone happy all the time. Just ignore them, they will get over it. Answer: C. Take the time to listen to the women and acknowledge their interest in a trip to the zoo. While this trip is already planned, you will be sure to keep the zoo in mind for your spring trip. While it's true you can't make everyone happy all the time, it's important not to give the impression you don't care about your classroom parents' feelings. You have put time and energy into planning this trip and it's a good place for the children to go. However, if you let these moms know you respect what they are sharing, you will have a stronger relationship with them going forward. Ask them to help you plan a zoo trip in the spring. Not only will they be happy to be involved, but it will be a big help to you. A little boy in your class falls down and cries. He doesn't have a scratch, but is very upset and wants a bandage. You should A. Remind him that boys don't cry. B. Let him pick out his bandage and assist in putting it on. C. Ignore his crying and praise a child who is playing nicely. D. Gently tell him he needs to stop crying and to go play. Answer: B. Let him pick out his bandage and assist in putting it on. While it may not seem a big deal to you, his cut is a big deal to him. Scrapes and cuts can be scary for a small child. You can help ease his fears by acknowledging it hurts and help him to clean and dress his wound. Being a part of the process will help to calm him down and trust that he will be fine. It will also teach him you respect his feelings and care about him. Franny has not been to school in a week and her parents have not contacted the school to advise she will be out. What should you do? Nothing, they know what is best and will send Franny back when they are ready. B. Ask Michael's mom, they are neighbors and she will know what is going on. C. Call the parents and let them know if Franny does not return tomorrow, you will drop her and let another child take her spot. D. Call her parents and tell them you and the other students are missing Franny and ask if everything is okay. Answer: D. Call her parents and tell them you and the other students are missing Franny and ask if everything is okay. When a child is out for a few days, it's important to make contact with the family to make sure the child is well and that there are not any concerns with you, the school or the child. The parents will respect your efforts to assure everything is okay and to address any concerns they may have. One of the parents gives you an exotic plant for the holidays. The first thing you should do is A. Write her a thank you note. B. Put it on the windowsill and water it. C. Confirm that it is not toxic to small children. D. Take it home, a classroom is no place for plants. Answer: C. Confirm that it is not toxic to small children. Plants are a great thing to have in your classroom. The children will love taking care of them and watching them grow. However, some plants can be poisonous if ingested and you must assure whatever plants you have are not a potential safety hazard to your preschoolers. In order to avoid spreading germs, after you assist with toileting it is imperative you A. Flush the toilet. B. Wash your hands using soap and drying them with a paper towel. C. Turn the light off and close the door to the bathroom. D. Wipe down the toilet and sink with bleach and water solution. Answer: B. Wash your hands using soap and drying them with a paper towel. When toileting a child, if your center provides them, it is a good idea to wear gloves. However, with or without gloves you should wash your hands in hot water, rinse thoroughly and dry with a paper towel. Which of the following professional development practices is least likely to promote knowledge of new knowledge in the field of child care? A. Attending professional meetings. B. Participating in training courses. C. Reflecting on current practices. D. Subscribing to professional publications. Answer: C. Reflecting on current practices. A caregiver should actively seek information about laws and policies which affect the welfare of children and their families. The caregiver can keep current and learn about new laws and regulations by attending professional conferences and training courses and joining professional organizations. It is especially important to learn about laws and policies which support children affected by abuse or neglect. You share instruments from several different cultures with your students and they are very excited to try them. Which two ways below would best expand on their learning? 1. Put the instruments out for the students to experiment with. 2. Put the instruments out again in a month or so. 3. Let the students make their own instruments with fun materials from their environment. 4. Read a book on a trumpet. A. 1 and 2. B. 1 and 3. C. 2 and 4. D. 3 and 4. Answer: B. 1 and 3. When students show interest in an activity, you can expand on their learning by allowing them to further explore materials. Further, you can have them make their own instruments using materials found in their environment. This will allow them to experiment with sound and use trial and error to make their instrument. There are 5 stages of the CDA process: prepare, apply, demonstrate, earn, and renew. In order to prepare for CDA certification, the candidate must have a. Received a high school diploma with 10 hours of training in one area of certification. B. Received a college degree with 180 hours of training in all areas of certification. C. Received a high school diploma, GED, or be enrolled in an early childhood program. D. Be enrolled in an early childhood program in a certified and accredited institution. Answer: A. Received a high school diploma with 10 hours of training in one area of certification. Before applying for CDA accreditation, the applicant must have either a high school diploma, GED certification, or be enrolled in an early childhood career tech program in high school. The applicant must also have completed 120 hours of training, including 10 hours in each area of the CDA subject areas. The applicant does not need a college diploma.